Good evening, and welcome to the Thunderdome for MVU Round 2 playoff basketball action as we have the Rice Knights versus your MVU Thunderbirds. I'm Dustin Tanner, joined by Bryce Batchelder on the mic tonight. How you doing, Bryce?
Great, Dustin. How are you?
I'm good. We had ourselves a really exciting game here the other night against
It was a close one.
Richard Walker gets his 1,000th point. MVU survives and advances, but tonight is going to be a different night, I would say. Definitely a David versus Goliath feel here, but the gym is packed for the Thunderbirds. You have some starters for us, I believe.
We do. Starting for Rice, number 1, Leo Chaikin. Number 2, Javier Dorado Gomez. Number 3, Cam Ferris. Number 10, Jack Fitzgerald. And number 30, Alex Bond. Rice is coached by Paul Picor. And for the Thunderbirds, number 10, Caden Taberge. Number 11, Michael Wright. Number 24, Riley Wilkin. Number 30, Richard Walker. Number 31, Nick Cutting. And the Thunderbirds are coached by Jim Bowes.
It's going to be a very interesting night for the Thunderbirds because if this game was in Rice, I'd give them no chance at all. But I think they could pull it off here tonight. I think Riley Wilkin is going to have the game of his life tonight.
Yeah.
If he can pull that off, and if he can get it hot from the field, they got a chance to be able to run with Rice. We saw this team face some adversity the other night against Burton and made some defensive adjustments too. That's one of the things that Jim Bowes is going to have to do really well tonight is realize who the hot hand is for the Rice Green Knights and then make the adjustments necessary to counter that with a short bench.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is one of those games that MVU has absolutely no room for error, that all of their guys have to be playing up to full capacity. Obviously, Richard Walker is their go-to guy, like you said, scored his 1,000th point the other night. Nick Cutting has to pull his weight. Riley Wilkins got to pull his weight. Caden Taberge, that guy just hustles, so he's got to do the dirty work that they rely on him to do. And Michael Wright, their defensive guru, just has to be cutting off those passing lanes for Rice. But the thing is that this is going to be a totally different ball game than playing Burton the other night. Rice is much tougher. So MVU, they have to play disciplined. They have to play their style, fast-paced, but they have no room for error. They got to be smart.
I look at MVU as a team coming out as like a 12 seed in the NCAA tournament. You got to come out early. You got to get a lead early. You got to maintain early. Cutting's got to make some three-point shots.
Yeah.
Wilkins got to make some shots. You got to give Walker some time to get comfortable in the post.
Absolutely, and even though MVU is the higher seed, Rice did have a much tougher schedule
This
than
is
MVU.
MVU's hardest game of the year. The first time they've played a true D1 opponent that
Absolutely.
was on the top half of the table.
But
It's interesting to see how they match up.
We'll see what home court advantage does for the Thunderbirds.
They are still letting people in. We're going to take a quick second for the national anthem, and then it'll be game time.
And now, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed tonight by your MVU Pep Band.
All right, back now for tip-off. Now, we didn't mention what was on the line tonight. Winner of this game makes the Final Four and plays at Patrick Gymnasium in a couple of days. Should be a very exciting game then, and you get to say you made the Final Four in D1 basketball, which is not doesn't happen often. So they are still letting people in. Capacity crowd, I believe, tonight.
Yeah,
I was talking to Jim Bowes before the game. He told me that the way MVU is going to win this game is if they can somehow beat Rice's press. So it'll be interesting to see how they can pull that off.
Yeah, the winner of this game faces the winner of the CVU St. Johnsbury Academy game. Patrick Gym.
CVU is going to probably win that game.
Yep.
Fun fact, the CVU men's basketball team follows me on Instagram.
Small victories.
Small victories. Face-off goes to Rice. That's going to be Javier Dorad Gomez. Dorad Gomez gives it over to Chalkin. Good passing early on. Good steal there from Riley Wilkin. And that's what you need. Richard Walker has the ball. You know, in some cases, I would say this is the perfect game for MVU because you have nothing to lose and you're at home. Like, this is one of those games where if you are going to get an upset, you have a chance. But you got to avoid 5-second calls like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Rice just kind of smothering defense right there with Michael Wright. I mean, you could see the MVU's offense not really moving a whole lot to start. They had their three kind of guys in the backcourt moving a bit, but nobody down on the blocks. And so when they see that, they just need to be a little more cognizant of giving Michael Wright some help.
That's a bucket for number 30, Alex Bond. Bond, very good player for the Rice Knights. Michael Wright going to drive over, gives it over to the Birds. The Birds shoots, misses. Rebound is grabbed by Rice. That's a rebound for Bond. Shot taken and made by Cam Ferris. And they're looking for the baseball pass, and it's 5-0 Rice early. MVU's got to settle it down. They need to set up their offense next possession. Cannot let this game get away from them. And shots like that, you got to get those rebounds if you're the Thunderbirds tonight.
For sure. I mean, MVU, they excel at rebounding, don't necessarily excel at the actual defense part. And with a team like Rice with such firepower, I mean, MVU, they just straight up have to step up a little bit on the defensive end. No,
you got to force Rice to make those three-point shots tonight. You cannot let them get in, as that's a miss. Another miss. And Michael Wright gets the rebound. Caden for Burge. The Burge is going to drive in. He's going to lose the ball. It's going to be out on the green player. Okay start for the Thunderbirds, all things considered. No, this is the type of thing that they're going to need. They're going to need Rice to stay as cold as physically possible, and they're going to have to out-scrap them and out-hustle them. It's doable. Wilkin for three.
And gets some good open looks like that.
This is how MVU is going to stay in this game. And I think one of the things that we need to mention is that this MVU program won 17 games. 9 guys tried out for varsity. And of the 9 guys that tried out for varsity, maybe 3 or 4 hadn't played varsity basketball in their entire life. Like, Jim Bowes has done a very good job with this program this year. As Walker's going to go in, get fouled, we'll go to the line.
Yeah, it's a good aggressive take by Walker. MVU, you know, besides kind of the three-point line, their game isn't really taking those mid-range jumpers. So if they're not going to take a three, that's a good move by Walker just to challenge the inside and draw a foul and get to the free throw line.
Walker makes the first one. They're still letting people in. Walker misses the second one and players hit the ground, and that's going to be a foul. Or is it? I think they're going to say Alex Bond went to the ground and was out of bounds.
Yeah, we're waiting for the official call here.
We are.
MVU keeps it.
They're going to say Alex Bond fell out of bounds with the ball before he got hit.
Paul Pico, our Rice's coach, does not like that.
In the Walker with the post up. Makes it! MVU has their first lead of the evening. You know, Walker and Cutting do have the same size as Rice. This post matchup, we talked about it early this year.
Yep.
They can take advantage of that post matchup tonight.
For sure, and the nice thing that both Cutting and Walker can step out and hit a three.
Shot missed by Rice. MVU looking to slow it down. Walker is going to bring it up himself. About 3 minutes in here.
Playing a little point forward here.
Going to have one of those nights. Wright has the ball on the top.
Cutting coming around the edge.
Wilkin's going to drive. Gives it over to Wright. Wright over to TheBurge. TheBurge into Walker. Back out to TheBurge. Gives it back to Walker. Trying to set it up. Walker's just going to outpost his man and put it in for two.
And you can see Rice sending over a second defender to try to stop him. But Richard Walker, just in his spot, was able to get a good layup.
You know, you don't score 1,000 points in Vermont high school basketball without being really good at something.
Absolutely.
And Richard Walker was good at the post and developed that three-point shot. He's one of those players that can all around kill you. He can step out and take the three. And he can just, we saw it right there. Defensive touchdown. Cutting's going to get the ball. It's going to go off. Rice is going to get it, and now a hustle play.
It was good defense by Cutting, anticipating.
Another shot missed. And Riley Wilkins going to get the drive. Oh, he gets blocked. Rice got contact on that ball as it went up. Beautiful hustle play. And Rice is going to get in. MVU back and forth. Michael Wright is now going to try to slow it down. And Jim Bowes is going to take his first time out of the game.
Yeah.
With an 8-7 lead, and I believe we're going to take our first time out tonight as well here on Northwest Access Television. All right, we're back here on Northwest Access TV, back from the timeout. Jim Bowes taking his first, talking over press break. MVU with an 8-7 lead here. We're about halfway through the first quarter.
Can we just quickly talk about that pass that Rice just threw? That was an unbelievable line drive pass down to Jack Fitzgerald on the block. Michael Wright, great take.
By Michael Wright on the return. You can tell Jim Bowes drew that up and said, just go at him. Rice has to toughen up their interior D tonight, or the upset might become more likely. There's going to be a foul called. First foul on MVU tonight. Foul is going to be on number 10, Caden TheBurge. Inbounding the ball for Rice will be Leo Chalklin. Trying to find it. And that'll be a foul on Michael Wright. That's a straight hustle foul right there.
Yeah, Michael Wright, I mean, anticipated that pass well. Just Rice player had the position. So Michael Wright, I mean, it's either you foul him or just let him get the ball. We'll see if that foul, with such a shallow bench that MVU has, we'll see if that foul comes back to haunt them a little bit later on.
Another key player we're going to have to watch tonight will be Ethan Kreller, the freshman. He'll probably get some playing time tonight. It'll be very interesting to see how he can respond.
Especially if anyone in MVU ends up in foul trouble, Kreller usually comes off the bench for him.
Riley Wilkins going to come up, and he'll get the layup! Riley Wilkins, like I said, he was going to have the game of his life. So far, playing very well for the Thunderbirds.
Yep. That's the second look that they've gotten on those fast breaks to Wilkin. The first one was blocked. Worked out that time.
Another shot missed, another rebound. MVU is winning the rebounding game tonight. I think they're winning the rebound.
Yeah, they have 5 team rebounds. Rice has 2. Michael Wright has 4 of the 5 rebounds for MVU tonight.
And that's gonna be what happens.
They're just all hustle plays.
You're gonna have to win the rebounding game. The rebounds and turnovers. You win those, and MVU has a chance tonight. Up by 5 right now, with about 2:25 left to go in the first quarter. Ball handling is Keem Ferris. Ferris gives it in over to Bond. Shot taken, another miss for Rice. Rice is I don't want to say they're shaken, but they're not shooting a high percentage so far tonight.
They are stirred.
They are stirred. Nice reference there. Walker now with the ball on the three-point line.
Yeah, MVU's offense not moving a whole lot. They've really just been kind of doing those one-on-one plays for the most part.
Michael Wright now covering Ferris. Ferris gives it over to Chalklin. Chalklin back over to Ferris for Rice. Rice has had, you know, D1 schedule, private school, obviously. They've played the best of the best so far. MVU's only losses this year came against Enosburg and that one loss against BFA. Shot is up and in. I believe that's Riley Wilkins is now going to take the ball. He's going to slow it down.
That was just a nice, cut by Alex Bond to slip in there on the opposite block when the zone collapsed.
Cutting now with the ball. Cutting looks to get it in. Turnover there. Bad turnover there for the Thunderbirds. Got to get back on defense now. Minute left to go. 3-point lead. It's going to be a drive. That'll be a foul. No shot, though, I think, on the foul. And that is the Burge, I believe. That's the second. Caden. Not Colby. Colby's on the roster. Brought up from JB. Kickball violation now.
Minute to go in this first quarter. MVU leads 12-9.
Preller making his first appearance of the night, coming in for the Burge.
I believe this is MVU's first substitution of the game.
Rice had a substitution earlier. That's just a power play. But then again, the size for MVU. The size of Walker and Cutting is going to come into this game a lot tonight. Right. Nice pick set there by Walker. Walker over to Preller. Preller thought about it, shoots it.
You know, I was right about to say that MVU needs to get more movement going on their offensive sets, but Kreller's just pulling it up.
Hey, you can make a pull-up, Jay. You make a pull-up, Jay. It's the
and
playoffs.
he thought about it for a while. They gave him plenty of room.
That's another thing that MVU's going to have to be able to do this year, this week. As a three-pointer is made by Cam Ferris. Back to Wilkin. Wilkin puts it up. Makes it! Riley Wilkin. 8 seconds left to go.
That play wasn't working for them a couple nights ago against Burton, but they're making their living off it against BFA last week.
And at the buzzer, shot is missed by Rice. At the end of one, MVU leads 17-12. We'll be back in a moment with the second quarter on Northwest Access TV.
The entire movie is pretty much in the trailer.
Rogue One will make the Nerdies for Best Movie of the Year.
I really wish Mysterio was the villain in this movie.
It is the Rumble.
Box office heroes.
Earth's mightiest heroes.
Do I put Wolverine in the original suit?
Yes, it's a lot of CGI, but it looks amazing. You gotta go with the gut from now on.
You should.
I think you need to bring back some other villains.
What a great time to be alive. Join us on this wonderful journey as we all become legend of the nerd.
All right, after a pretty exciting first quarter, Bryce, we are now into the second quarter.
Is that what happens?
That is what
what comes next?
You know, using my Magic Johnson super analysis hours, I can tell you after the first quarter comes the second quarter and then halftime.
Incredible.
Everything that
Incredible
MVU
stuff.
could have done right in that first, they did.
Yep.
And you got some first quarter stats.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing, MVU's winning on the boards. They're out rebounding Rice 7-3. But Michael Wright with 4 rebounds. Riley Wilkin putting in 7 points. I mean, he was kind of non-existent for the majority of the game against Burton. It's good to see him getting going. Richard Walker with 5 points and 3 rebounds. But MVU, their offense is kind of still. They could be moving a lot more on their set. And they've been relying on a lot of those one-on-one takes to the hoop or the fast break opportunities.
Shot misses. Michael Wright gets the rebound. Gives over to Riley Wilkin. Michael Wright will set it back up. Gives it to the Burge. The Burge into Walker. Walker with 3 men on him. Travels.
Travel MVU fan base does not like like that a whole lot.
Rice fan base on the other side.
They loved it.
Packed house tonight. Capacity, I would say. As just an amazing play there by Leo Chalkland.
Yeah, he's got that little stutter step down that kind of throws the defense off a bit.
Riley Wilkin gives it over to right. They went for that long court pass again to Burge. The Burge thinks about it. In the cutting. Out to the Burge. The Burge right is open. Won't shoot it though. Walker trying to get open. Richard Walker now with it. Looks to give it over to Nick Cutting.
Trying to get Cutting open at the high post and down at the low block. Didn't work that time.
You know, if I'm Michael Wright, I'm going to try to take that shot. Michael Wright drives it into the Burge. The Burge gets hit. And the shot goes, well, wicked high and wicked off.
Yeah, I thought that might have been blocked, but I guess not.
I think it was the contact on the shot.
Yeah.
That really did it.
Michael Wright needed to just go up with that layup. See, it's good that he's trying to be unselfish, but Wright is the one with the open look.
And a basket for Alex Bond there.
He now has 6 points on the game, go along with 3 rebounds and 1 steal.
Steal there by Cam Ferris, and dunk by Cam Ferris.
That'll do it.
Jim Mose.
That will do it.
Will call the timeout. No, he won't call the timeout. Ref blew the whistle.
Not sure what the whistle was for. Rice thought it was a timeout. Their coach had to tell them to get back on the floor.
Walker needs to give it up to somebody. Gives it up to Wright. Wright is not going to get any space. He needs to be challenged to shoot. He's going to drive in, get fouled. He'll go to the line for some free throws.
Man, if Wright and Walker could just get that pick and roll going, I mean, they could get some good open looks, but they're setting picks for each other, but the picker isn't then rolling, so it's just kind of the ball handler going one-on-one to the hoop. This time, Michael Wright drawing a foul.
If I am MVU, my strategy right now is going to be pretty simple as Wright misses the first free throw. I'm going to get Michael Wright working Richard Walker on that two-man unit.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have Riley Wilkin go into whatever corner is opposite of him, opening up for that three-point shot that he can make. Get them together, space out that floor with Cutting and Wilkin, and have Wright and Walker run two-man game.
Yeah, I mean, thing is, they're MVU spacing the floor, but I don't think they're spacing the floor in the right way. They're really clearing out the strong side to play that man, just one-on-one game, which might have worked against Burton. I don't think it's necessarily going to work against a team as good as Rice every time. So I'd love to see a little bit more movement in their offensive set.
Ball handling now is Ferris. Ferris on the three-point line, looks to get out his man. Kreller gives it. Foul's going to be called.
That's, I think, the third or fourth play so far that Rice has found the man cutting on the baseline behind MVU's two block defenders in their zone. I think Walker and Kreller were down there. They got to be a little bit more cognizant of who's behind them.
Misses the first free throw. I think one of the things MVU has to do is they got to keep that defense in front of them, like you just said.
Yeah.
Because they've been able to do a good job of shutting Rice down, and if you can force Rice to make those deep twos,
right, you're
going to be able to get those rebounds. That's how they've won that first quarter there. Second one is in. Wilkin. So Walker is going to run point now. Gives it over to the Burge. The Burge over to Kreller. Kreller's going to get fouled. You saw Jack Fitzgerald try to beat that pass, and he was just one step too short from an interception.
Yeah. Rice now has 4 team fouls. That's Jack Fitzgerald's first personal.
Walker is going to post his man up. He's going to get fouled. That was just Richard Walker taking it to Alex Bond and just muscle.
That was just strength down there. And Richard Walker played with his back to the basket for most of that play, and we just kind of backed him down, went up strong. Walker now with 6 points on the night to go along with 3 rebounds. Make that 7 points. I don't want to speak too soon.
And they're going to let that
boy.
go in again. You got to stop that. You got to keep.
I mean, that's MVU's game. The Rice is getting those looks just like MVU has.
The Burge. Over to Walker. Walker now. Trying to get Wiley Wilkin to come for the ball. Wilkin does come around.
Yeah, no movement on the offense.
Cutting. Got to get Cutting involved. Walker is going to go up. Miss it. Get his own rebound. Gives it out to Wilkin. Wilkin out to Walker. Walker gives it to Cutting. Right as I say that, Cutting.
Yeah.
But the right idea
For sure. They got to get Cutting going. Cutting isn't even in the books right now. So if they can get Cutting going, everybody's looking for Walker. Rice knows they're looking for Walker. So if they can get their other big man going, that would be huge for them.
That is Ferris. Ferris drives, loses it. Wilkin gives it over to Walker. Here they come, the Thunderbirds. Down by 2. About halfway through the second quarter here.
That's Wilkin's second steal.
Michael Wright. Wright gives it over to the Burge. Over to Wilkin. Wilkin to Wright. Over to, drives it, gives it over to Walker. Walker thinks about it. Gives it over, drives actually, puts it up, misses. Not a good offensive possession there for the Thunderbirds. And a foul, good foul there. And I don't think they're gonna award him on the shot either. Foul on Riley Wilkin.
His first, team's 5th.
Inside pass. They're going to call a foul on Walker Love, which is going to be met with boos by the MVU fan base.
That's second foul on Richard Walker. I mean, that's big. They got to keep Walker, Cutting, and Wilkin out of foul trouble. Oh, and Michael Wright.
A vulgar chant started by the MVU.
We won't repeat that one.
We cannot repeat that one.
And that was ended quite quickly by the MVU staff.
That would be Paul cutting our mics if we repeated that one. Checking into the game now for shooter. It will be coming in for shooter. Will be Matt Wright.
Cam Ferris. Nope. Alex Bond is shooting.
Alex Bond at the line.
We're so good at this, Dustin.
We are the best. Bond makes both of them. Now checking in is number 24.
Yeah, Bond now has 9 points on the night and 4 rebounds. He's the Rice's leading scorer so far.
And the Knights are starting to pull away a bit here. Their biggest lead of the night so far, I believe.
I think they started off 5-0.
Okay. Jump ball call. I forgot that. Connor O'Brien gives it over to Cam Ferris. O'Brien. Ferris having a good game running the point, making smart decisions, good passes. Over to number 25, that's Greg Bolger. Gives it to Ferris. Ferris is going to shoot. Misses. Rebound is grabbed. Jump ball or foul?
After that last jump ball call, MVU is not going to like that there's a foul called on Michael Wright on this one.
7th foul. That'll send Rice to the line.
And that's Michael Wright's second foul. So now you have Michael Wright, Richard Walker, and Caden Taberge all with 2 fouls. That's going to be trouble for MVU.
first one is in for Connor O'Brien. Now you're starting to see some of that depth for Rice come through, and the fact that as a private school, you know, they can bring in whoever they want. They can play they do whatever they want as a program, really. Cutting. Under 3 minutes left to go here. Pivotal that MVU wins these next 3 minutes. And that's going to be a bucket. Jim Bowes is going to call a timeout. Has to get his boys together.
Yep.
And I believe we're going to take a timeout here on Northwest Access TV, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back to MVU playoff basketball from the Thunderdome. 27-19, Rice Knights lead. 2:45 left to go in the second quarter. What are you saying in this timeout, Bryce?
Well, they got to tighten up their defense. I mean, Rice is getting too many opportunities, and then MVU is definitely struggling on offense. They're holding the ball up top, I mean, way too long. Rice has been extending their defense, which has been giving them a lot of trouble. And that's going to be a huge momentum play for MVU. If MVU wants to get back in it, they need those momentum plays to get their team and get the crowd back into this game. Let's see if they can capitalize on that momentum.
Richard Walker just throws down. Shot taken by Rice. Misses. Rebound grabbed by Thaburge. You know, give me a few more Richard Walker dunks like that. The two-hand slam.
And in traffic.
Walker over to Kreller. Kreller thought about it. Backs to Walker. Walker is going to get a foul call on Greg Bulger.
And a nice sarcastic applause from the MVU home fans.
I like to start a come on, let's slam. It's Space Jam counter. That's two tonight. Dunks. And that's what I'm going to call it.
Fair enough. The Rice foul is on number 25, Greg Bulger, his first, team sixth. So MVU will be shooting 1-1 on the next foul.
Cutting, Walker falls down. Not a good play. Kreller, and that's going to be in for Cam Ferris. 29-21, 140 left to go. Biggest lead of the night for either team.
And Ferris now has 12 points tonight.
Walker. He's covered by Bond. Walker. Gives it over to Wilkin. Wilkin needs to start getting open for shots again. Over to Cutting. Cutting's gonna shoot! Three-pointer! This is fun.
Well, if they can get Nick Cutting going, this can be a totally different game. That was a huge three, pulling MVU back within 5 points.
You know, MVU is trying to go into the locker room some momentum here.
Absolutely.
Wilkin. Oh, we tried to throw an alley-oop. Not a good throw.
I mean, Wilkin just looked for Cutting way too late on that play. By the time he saw him open, I mean, all he could do was just make a bad pass. At that point, when it's too late, you just got to pull it out and reset your offense.
Should have gotten it with either the pull-out and reset the offense or the bounce pass.
Yeah.
Still had him on the bounce pass.
But at least MVU's getting some looks and opportunities now that they weren't getting the last few minutes.
Defense again for MVU. Leo Chalkin.
Man, he's good at maneuvering his body down there. Leo Chalkin just maneuvering through and under the defense to get those layup opportunities.
Walker shoots a three, misses. 20 seconds left to go. Cam Ferris now trying to run with it. Oh! Richard Walker with the block. He's going to have a streaking Nick Cutting. He's going to lose the ball.
Let's chalk that up to MVU. Maybe needs to know where the clock is a little bit more to hold that for the last shot.
There's the deep shot taken by Leo Chalkman. So at the half, we have ourselves the ball game, sir. It is the Rice Knights 31, the MVU Thunderbirds 24. We'll be back with first half stats in the second half here in just a moment.
This program is made possible in part by the following sponsors. At Northwestern Orthopedics, we celebrate the role that physical activity and sportsmanship play in a healthy lifestyle. We are proud to help athletes of all ages stay in the game through injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. For more information on sports medicine, Northwestern Orthopedics is here to answer your questions. Fiddlehead Dental. Located in St. Albans, Fiddlehead Dental has spent decades creating a family partnership between its staff and patients. With no lectures and the newest comfort technologies, Fiddlehead Dental welcomes patients of all ages in an effort to keep everyone in Franklin County smiling.
You were a kid once, right? Close your eyes. Okay, now imagine sunshine, grass, fresh air. Now open your eyes and meet Jordan. Last summer, he had an opportunity to experience all those wonderful things too, because a family like yours opened up their home and hearts to a fresh air child. So who are the Fresh Air Kids? They're kids from all over New York City who want to take a break from the hot, noisy city streets.
I'm a fresh air kid. I'm a fresh air kid.
I'm a fresh air kid.
I'm a fresh air kid.
I'm a fresh air kid.
Do you remember what summer was like as a kid? Those childhood memories have made you who you are today. Now you're a little older, a little wiser. So who can be a fresh air host?
Anyone can be a Fresh Air Fun host.
There's all different types of hosts.
Anyone living outside of the city.
Do I need to live in a mansion?
Oh no, they don't have to live in a mansion.
No, a Fresh Air Fun host does not need to live in a mansion.
Hosting a child will not only create new memories for you and your family, but gives them something that you can't put a price on: happiness. Share the fun. Host a child this summer with the Fresh Air Fund.
Attention farm workers. Would you like training to learn a new skill or upgrade a skill to further your career at no cost to you? Are you working or have you worked on a farm or in the agricultural field? This includes any activity that deals with growing vegetables, plants, fruits, trees, or working with livestock in any capacity from breeding to hoof trimming. This opportunity for Vermont residents could be available to you absolutely free of charge. Don't delay. Call today at 877-764-4109 to make your dreams come true. Pathstone, connecting you to opportunities.
This program is made possible in part by the following sponsors. At Northwestern Orthopedics, we celebrate the role that physical activity and sportsmanship play in a healthy lifestyle. We are proud to help athletes of all ages stay in the game through injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. For more information on sports medicine, Northwestern Orthopedics is here to answer your questions. Fiddlehead Dental. Located in St. Albans, Fiddlehead Dental has spent decades creating a family partnership between its staff and patients. With no lectures and the newest comfort technologies, Fiddlehead Dental welcomes patients of all ages in an effort to keep everyone in Franklin County smiling. Hey sports fans, Paul Snyder here, programming coordinator for Northwest Access TV, here to tell you about a couple opportunities that we have here going on at the station. The high school sports season is always a busy time of year. From the ice rink, hardwood, diamond, or gridiron, there are just way too many games for us to cover alone. That's where you come in.
Tobin with the ball.
Over to Mark Connor. He wants it, won't take it. Harvey will. For three!
We're looking for volunteers with a passion for sports that want to get involved at Northwest Access TV to help record the games in Franklin County. Whether it's from behind the camera catching all the action or simply lending your voice as a play-by-play announcer, we need your help.
Baseball pass.
So contact Northwest Access TV today to find out how you can get involved. 802-527-6474 or email us at info@northwestaccess.tv. On Northwest Access TV, local sports is a big part of our programming. We like to re-air the game several times so that local fans can catch the action when they can. So why not take advantage of this if you're a local nonprofit or business? Become a sports sponsor on Northwest Access TV. In exchange for a $500 donation, you receive a 15-second spot about your company at the beginning and end of the rebroadcast games for an entire season. We're talking pennies per spot. It doesn't get much better than that. Contact Northwest Access TV to find out how you can become a high school sports sponsor. Game-winning goals, buzzer beaters, or one-handed catches. Relive all the greatest sports moments of this year from the comfort of your own home, whether it's an entire season or just one magic moment.
Sabaka out to Casarino. Casarino puts it up and hits the three-pointer.
A DVD of that special game will run you about $15 with an additional $5 for every copy after that. If you want to order an entire season, give us a call for some special prices. A perfect gift for the coach or athlete in your family. 2 ways to order, either online or by phone. NorthwestAccess.tv, click on the Buy a Show tab, or give us a call, 802-527-6474. Order your copy today.
The BFA Bob will be open. All right, welcome back to the Thunderdome for round 2 playoff action between the MVU Thunderbirds and the Rice Knights. At halftime, Rice with a 31-24 lead. Pretty good game so far. Bryce, what do we have for first half stats?
Yeah, well, in terms of team stats, MVU, kind of their MO dominating on the boards. They're out rebounding Rice 11-5. Though trailing in points, as you said, they're trailing 31-24. Kind of standing out for MVU, Richard Walker has 9 points and 5 rebounds. Riley Wilkin chipping in with 7 points and 2 steals. And Michael Wright, their point guard, with 5 rebounds. He's been known to get a few rebounds in his day. Over on the Rice side, I mean, they kind of have a good scoring mix with Cam Ferris with 10 points, with Connor O'Brien with 8 points, and Alex Bond having a good all-around game with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. I think the key for MVU is, can they get better offense going, and Rice's defense has really kind of left their offensive sets a little confused at time, not moving around very well, forcing them just to play one-on-one. And then defensively, kind of when MVU's zone collapses, when Rice gets the ball at the high post, it's leaving players wide open for Rice down on the block. So can MVU's defense look at that a little bit more? But overall, you know, Rice had that big run where we all kind of thought maybe that would put the game away. Richard Walker's dunk was a huge momentum boost for the Thunderbirds that they needed to get the crowd into it, get the rest of the team into it, and they recovered pretty well, pulling it within 5. So, you know, it's going to be tough for MVU, but they're definitely in a position where they can make a run and pull this game out.
It's going to be tough for MVU, but if I were to say I want a halftime score, this is as good as you can get it.
Yeah.
Foul's going to be called on Javier Dorado Gomez.
Yep, that's going to be number 3 for him.
Gomez is one of the primary ball handlers for Rice, but you haven't seen a lot of him tonight due to the fact that he's had some foul trouble. Walker now with the ball on the 3-point line, uses the right, looks to give it in the cutting, looks to just go up and do it himself, gets fouled, and will get the bucket.
Speaking of players we haven't seen a ton from tonight, Nick Cutting had a really quiet first half, only 3 points, no rebounds. If they can get him going, it's going to be huge for them. Great kind of first possession for him of this half, getting the basket and going for an and-one situation.
2 fouls already for Rice. We're not even a minute in as Cutting makes it. That's something to keep track of, because if Rice gets into foul trouble here early, it could help MVU down the stretch.
And it cuts the lead to 4. So, I mean, that was a big play for MVU to still be in it right at the start of this half.
Good defense there, but there's going to be a foul called on Cutting. That'll be his 3rd, I believe.
That's only his 1st.
Oh, really?
Team's first.
Team's first. It's going to be Cam Ferris going to the line now for the Knights. First one is in for Ferris.
I mean, the foul situation right now for MVU is Caden Taburge, Michael Wright, and Richard Walker all with 2 fouls. So it's definitely going to be something to look for. Javier Dorado Gomez is the only one in foul trouble for Rice with 3 fouls.
Here comes Michael Wright. Michael Wright gives it over to Taburge over to Walker. He's got Cutting wide open. Cutting shoots. In and out. Michael Wright gets the rebound, loses it now. And here comes Rice. Rice, oh! Riley Wilkin with the takeout, foul, and long.
That was a rough foul. Now Riley Wilkin joins that club with 2 fouls.
And definitely a clean play there by Wilkin, who was going for the ball.
He was going for the ball. It was a tough foul. I mean, that was just one of those, I'm not letting you score no matter what.
Right, and you know, when you're going to foul like that, that's what you do.
I mean, let's get this straight. He definitely meant it to be hard. He definitely meant it to be a hard foul, but he also did go for the ball.
It was the LeBron James chase down block.
Yep.
Michael Wright has to come out of the game because he's bleeding, as we see the athletic trainer over there helping him out. So coming into the game will be Ethan Kreller, I believe.
Yep.
Rebound is grabbed by Cutting. Cutting gives it over to the Burge. Big thing, Michael Wright coming out here as offensive possessions. Wilkin needs to get some baskets here. He needs to step it back up. Over to Kreller. Kreller's going to shoot for 3. Misses. Gets his own rebound. Gives it into the Burge. The Burge is going to put it up. Gets it in. Good play there by Ethan Kreller. Freshman making a veteran play. Misses his shot. Gets his rebound. Oh. That ball's going to go off of the right player. And we're about a minute and a half into the 3rd. Walker bringing the ball up now. Walker handling point while Michael Wright gets a breather. Wilkin takes out his man, gives it to Kreller. Kreller's going to shoot again. Kreller, 3-pointer. Ethan Kreller. We're seeing
6 points tonight, along with 1 rebound. Very good off the bench for MVU.
Pivotal 6 points, too. Like 2 big three-pointers.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be a homer for 1 second. I'm gonna be a homer for 1 second. That's probably the worst call we're gonna see all night. That was...
Kids, that's how you steal the ball. But apparently, these refs...
I respectfully disagree with that call.
I will echo the
I'm me Tommy Heinsohn right now.
Like,
that was...
Timeout.
That was something special.
You know, I don't know what you see there. Like, we have a break from timeout, or are we sticking with you? I think we're going to stick with you.
Well, okay, so let's bring it back to everything except the phantom foul call, which that puts 3 personal fouls on Riley Wilkin, which is pretty darn big for the Thunderbirds. But MVU defense a lot better so far. Their offense definitely running a lot better. Ethan Kreller coming out and really opening up the floor, and that's the thing, when Ethan Kreller comes in, he maybe... See, Michael Wright is definitely... I mean, Michael Wright...
Does Paul have a replay? Paul's got the replay.
Yeah, the replay of the foul.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
That's a terrible call.
That's a bad call. Michael Wright gives them a lot more on the defensive end. Kreller getting some open looks on the offensive end. So now Michael Wright comes back in, but they keep Kreller in as well, taking Riley Wilkin out with 3 personal fouls.
The big thing we noticed in the last game against Burton, Kreller is the offensive player. Wright is the defensive player. Yeah. They like to play those 2 in tandem as they get to the 3rd, 4th, deep into the game. As a shot missed, it's the Burge now. The Burge.
It's good to see Nick Cutting getting into the action now with 6 points and 2 rebounds.
Michael Wright gets a pick set for him. Richard Walker going to use that pivot step, go up, and there's going to be a foul called on Greg Bolger.
Yeah, this crowd really eager for the rest to get a call MVU's way.
You know, if I'm the men in the zebra stripes, I'm getting in my car and I'm getting out of here at the end of this game, regardless of how the rest of the game goes.
So that's 2 fouls now on Greg Bolger, team's 3rd.
Misses the first free throw. Walker getting his 1,000th point the other night, misses both free throws. Michael Wright's going to get called for a foul. That was a good call. That was a pretty obvious one. And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Michael Wright.
That's going to be number 3 on Michael Wright, yep. So now Michael Wright with 3 and Riley Wilkin with 3.
Not
a couple
good.
pretty key players in foul trouble.
That's going to be Cam Ferris. Cam Ferris gives it over to Chalklin. Chalklin over to Jack Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald. Missed open shot, but Rice gets the rebound. Misses again. The Burge. Here comes Walker. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Down by 2. Kreller, the freshman. The freshman turned senior tonight, apparently, of the way he's played. Trying to get it into Walker. Walker is going to go up, get hit, and go to the line.
Walker's doing a good job of forcing Rice to foul him. Now he just needs to make the free throws.
2 fouls now on Alex Bond.
Team's 4th.
Richard Walker missed both free throws last time. First one this time is in.
Cuts it to a 1-point game. This has been a big stretch for MVU.
They got to sustain this momentum for the rest of the game, really. That's going to be the big thing for MVU. And with your fans behind you, you have the ability to. Here comes Ferris. Tie game now. Good game tonight.
Absolutely.
Ferris going to take the deep 3. Misses. Rebound by Richard Walker. He's going to get fouled. Rice is not happy with the call. That'll be the 5th foul by Bulger.
Yep, third person foul. It's big, but way to fight that, Richard Walker. I mean, looked like Bulger clearly had the rebound, and then Walker is just bigger than him.
Walker just using his size, knowing how to use that size to just get into the post. It's been Richard Walker's day today. Michael Wright now. Right to the verge, Caden the verge.
Walker trying to free Kreller up underneath the basket a little bit, setting some screens for him.
Right to drive in. Lost it. And not a good offensive possession there. And there's going to be a blocking foul. Blocking foul called on Michael Wright. That'll be his fourth foul, I believe. And that is not good for the Thunderbirds.
Not at all. I hope Ethan Kreller is looking for a little bit more action, because I know he's been in here, but now with Michael Wright with 4 fouls, we're not going to see him again until the fourth quarter.
Wilkin checks in.
Kreller's going to have to play the point guard role.
The question is for me is, does Jim Bowes turn to Tim Cotto or Sam Bates? 2 players he's carried on the bench for a good amount of this year. He might have to dig into that rotation and trust one of these guys tonight. As Ferris clanks both free throws. And he'll get it on the layup. He'll come right back.
That was a good adjustment midair by Cam Ferris.
Wilkin now. He's got to find the shot again. Wilkin hasn't taken the shot since the first quarter, I believe. Kreller.
You can see Rice guarding Kreller a little bit closer on the three-point arc after hitting 2 threes.
To Verge. Into Walker. Walker's going to lay it up.
Good take. That was a good reversal for Walker. Tried to go to the right block. Defender beat him to the spot, just turn it the other way.
Shot taken and missed. Kreller with another big rebound. And we got 3 minutes left to go here in the third. And this game is tied. Wilkin. Cutting and Wilkin are going to have to become big in this rest of this game. Walker can't do it. Does.
15 points and 6 rebounds with a block tonight for Richard Walker.
Hey, Mr. Walker. Walker, Texas Rangers, making an appearance at the Thunderdome tonight.
That's the second foul on Cam Ferris.
6 so far for Rice in the second half, which is huge. Walker goes up, makes a free throw. It's a 3-point lead for the Thunderbirds. Timeout, Jim Bowes. And Jim Bowes is enthused. He is pretty excited. I think we're going to take a timeout here.
I just don't.
As MVU takes a timeout.
The entire movie is pretty much in the trailer.
Rogue One will make the Nerdies for Best Movie of the Year.
I really wish Mysterio was the villain in this movie.
It is the Rumble.
Box office heroes.
Earth's mightiest heroes.
Do I put Wolverine in the original suit?
Yes, it's a lot of CGI, but it looks amazing. You gotta go with the gut from now on.
You should.
I think you need to bring back some other villains.
What a great time to be alive. Join us on this wonderful journey as we all become legend of the nerd.
All right, we're back here on Northwest Access TV. Some disagreement as to
why are they calling timeout? MVU has momentum. Why are you calling timeout right now? To give Rice a chance to recollect themselves.
Set your defense.
They got momentum right now. Keep your momentum and wait until your momentum starts to run out. MVU has momentum right now. They shouldn't be calling timeout. They got to be riding it right now.
Rice is fired up. It's the most
I'm just saying.
I've ever seen Rice, ever. Rice is elite.
Timeouts require timing. That was bad timing.
This is JT huddle up levels of shouting right now from Bryce, the calm and cool collected Bryce. As Connor O'Brien bringing the ball up now. O'Brien over to Chalklin. Chalklin covered by Wilkin, covered by Kreller. Chalklin's going to drive in. He's going to put it up and make it for 2. The baseball pass to Wilkin gets blocked. But MVU will retain possession.
Hey, remember that time MVU called timeout when they had momentum and then Rice could set up a play like that? Remember that?
Rice, if you would like to apply to be the head coach of MVU Basketball, as Wilkin takes a three, misses it, you can certainly send your letter to the athletic director. Ferris handling the ball now. You know, the timeouts after momentum is one of the things I've just not questioned anymore. Because I've seen so many.
Rice has the momentum now after those couple of plays.
Ferris shoots. Good shot, but he just was not getting to go in. And ball movement off the rebound. Rice gets their own rebound now. Shot's going to be taken and made by Alex Vaughn. Rice retakes the lead with under 2 to go here. In the
You mean Rice retook the lead after that MVU timeout? No way.
Walker is going to try to do it himself. Gives over to Crowler. Crowler thought about it. Out to Walker. Walker. We see him take 1 3-point shot tonight. Not many. And he's going to get fouled. Wilkin is going to get fouled. That is. That'll be 7. It's 1 and 1 time. That foul's going to be on Cam Ferris, I think.
It's going to be number 3 for him.
Yeah, that's big. A lot of fouls coming on this game.
And that puts MVU in the bonus, so they're going to be 1 and 1.
The rest of this game, every time there's a foul,
it's the third quarter.
MVU is taking a shot, which can help keep them in this game. Wilkin makes the first free throw. That's big.
It's big.
Ties the game back up. Wilkin, second one. It's good. Both.
Wilkin now with 9 points on the night.
Cam Ferris drives in, shoots, misses, rebound, cutting. Cutting's going to get fouled. And what did we say was going to happen every time MVU got fouled?
Going to the line.
Going to the line. You know, they're not going to need to run much of an offense if they can just make free throws all night.
Yeah.
Checking into the game for Rice is going to be number 21.
I mean,
Conneroll.
I mean, this is a huge opportunity for MVU. Now with the bonus the rest of the way. I mean, Rice isn't too far behind. MVU has 5 team fouls on them. But, I mean, if they can get the chance to put some free points on the board, it's going to be big.
Cutting makes it. Cutting. 2 for 2 from the line. And 1:21 left to go. A 3-point lead for the Thunderbirds. Here comes Cam Ferris in the third quarter, that is. Chalklin over to a 3-point shot taken. Rebound grabbed by Bryce. Not Bryce. Rebound grabbed by
That was a long 3. That's an impressive shot from Cam Ferris. He has 17 points now on the night.
Ties it up. Wilkin gives it over to Walker. Walker's going to post up. Walker's going to fade away. Walker's going to miss. McCain Levert got his hand on it, could not corral it. Checking into the game, Tim Coda now. Going to give Wiley Wilkin about a minute breather here. It's going to be big for Tim Coda to just come in and not be a negative for the team. That's how you have to play this game when you're a bench sub like this. Ferris now. Cam Ferris gives over to Leo Chalklin to Ferris. Ferris is going to pull up and shoot. Miss. Rebound. Grab. There's going to be a foul under the net. I believe Richard Walker is going to take the foul.
That's going to be number 3 on Richard Walker. Team 6th. So after the next foul, Rice will also be in the bonus.
Winner line for Rice is Coran Conneroll. Misses the first one.
So the foul situation right now for MVU, Michael Wright with 4 fouls, which is a killer. Riley Wilkin and Richard Walker both with 3. Caden Taberge has 2. And then on Rice's side, Javier Dorado Gomez, Cam Ferris, and Greg Bolger all have 3.
And we're going to have a check-in. Jack Fitzgerald checks back in for the Green Knights. Walker is going to get the ball in the inbound. And he's just going to run point. 30 seconds here. Do you hold for the last shot if you're MVU?
Yeah. Yeah, especially no shot clock in Vermont high school basketball.
Walker versus Bond. We got 14 seconds left in the third.
Look for a Wilkin or cutting 3 is my guess.
Walker. This could be the biggest shot of the game. Walker for 3.
Goodness. Can't even contain myself after that 3.
Bryce and I, for those of you who can't really see us on the broadcast, but we've been jumping out of our seats literally all night here. And
Dustin more so than me.
But Richard Walker, no business.
What a shot. What a shot.
Did he call Cope?
Walker.
Like, literally.
Right, no, I mean, don't get us wrong. Like, Walker is a very good 3-point shooter.
Oh, yeah.
But when you have 2 guys on you like that, I was expecting to see if MVU could get Riley Wilkin or Nick Cutting coming around the corner for a 3 on a couple screens. Walker just electing to take it himself, puts that up off the glass. I mean, the bank is open for Richard Walker tonight.
No, just the senior ISO play.
Yeah.
That's going to be the play that if MVU does pull
I mean, he's got guts taking that, man.
Like, that's going to be the play. Send that to Sports Center.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
MVU now with a 2-point lead heading into the 4th.
Ball's in now. That's going to be number 5, Connor O'Brien. O'Brien gives over to Shocklin. And over to O'Brien. O'Brien now. Over to Shocklin. Back over to Ferris. Ferris has Wiley Wilkin on him. Into Alex Bond, that is. Shocklin puts it up, makes the bucket. They're going for that long pass again. Wilkin gives over to Cutting. To Wilkin looking for the ISO gets into Walker. Walker thought about pumping it back out. Needs to get it out. Gives it to Wilkin. It's going to go off of Wilkin's leg.
He had Taberge open, cutting down in the middle of the lane. Just didn't see him in time. It could have been a nice bounce pass. But Leo Chaikin for Rice, number 1. I mean, he's just a pest on the defensive end. He's everywhere and causing a lot of trouble for MVU with their passing lanes.
Tim Cota checking into the game for the possession for MVU. Shocklin, Ferris, over to Fitzgerald, back to Ferris. Ferris to Shocklin. Shocklin is going to just... Be a block. Jump ball call, actually.
That's going to favor.
Tried to bring that in, got tied up. Jump ball, possession arrow, Thunderbirds.
Good defense there by Richard Walker.
Walker going to go up and use his size again.
It's a good thing he's that tall and can jump that high for that pass.
You know, Walker should have tried out for the football team. He would have been a great receiver. Taberge. Thinking about what to do here. Doesn't know what to do. Tries to give it into Walker. Walker out to Cutting. Somebody not named Richard Walker has to step up in this 4th quarter for MVU.
Yep.
Taberge into Walker. Walker's going to try to get it. Lost it. Back out to Taberge. Back
MVU's got to move more. They got to get more movement on their offense. They're stagnant.
Wilkin over to Kreller. Kreller to Cutting. Good defensive possession there for Rice. Cutting is going to get fouled?
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to go to the line.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. MVU's lucky that there's no shot clock in high school, Vermont high school basketball. My goodness.
The not having a shot clock comes to save the day again. 1-1 from Mississippi. That'll be Cutting. Michael Wright back into the game now for the Thunderbirds.
He has 4 fouls, so he's got to be really careful on defense.
You can't foul out if you're right. 6 minutes left to go.
That foul for Rice was on number 10, Jack Fitzgerald, his second, team's 9th, which is going to put the next foul. MVU is going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way.
Cutting misses the first one. Cam Ferris gets the rebound. Coming up the court now, the 10th grader Cam Ferris.
Rice is closing the rebounding gap a bit here, only getting out rebounded by 6.
Ferris with a deep 3.
Tell ya.
That's the momentum play that Rice needs.
He has 20 now tonight, and that's his second deep 3. MVU's gonna have to step out on him a lot sooner now.
Walker, the Bird shoots a 3. No way!
Big 3. Big 3 by the Birds.
The answer. Caden the Birds, who I don't think has made a 3-pointer all season, just pulled up and took a 3-pointer and made a 3-pointer. Like, what is this game?
Taberge, he's not a big scorer, but he's the guy who steps up in those moments that you absolutely need him. He's scrappy, he hustles, and he just gets the job done that you need.
Walker. Cutting's going to try to set a pick. Walker's going to shoot the 3-pointer. Misses. Michael Wright chases that rebound down.
That's Michael Wright's 7th rebound of the game.
Wright's going to drive in, misses. And here comes Rice. Rice has numbers. Chocolate's going to drive, missed a shot. Walker gets the rebound, under 5, and we're tied.
Walker just took that away. I mean, he could just jump higher.
Walker gets the pick set for him, and there's going to be a foul, and Walker is going to go to the line. The home court advantage, you're starting to feel it here for MVU.
And that's the 3rd personal foul on Alex Bond. And MVU now in the double bonus will be shooting 2 automatically for the rest of the game with 4.5 minutes to go.
Thunderbirds will take the lead. Wiley Wilton checks in.
That's 20 points now tonight for Richard Walker to go along with 7 rebounds and 2 blocks.
Walker misses the second one. 4:30 left to go in regulation time in this game. Ferris. Cam Ferris gives it over to his teammate. The 3-point shot. Air ball. The Birds. Not a good shot by Coran Conroy. The Birds in the Walker. Walker gonna go up. Misses it. Michael Wright gets the rebound, or almost got the rebound. Couldn't corral it in.
And something to look for Rice. Alex Bond, number 30, almost with a double-double. He has 10 points and 9 rebounds.
4 minutes left to go in this game. Chocolate's going to drive. Great play there.
That's been his bread and butter all night.
And this is going to be a timeout called by Rice. And are we staying with the broadcast crowd? We are staying here. 3:52 left to go. Let's reset this game. Rice leads 51-50 in what has been a back-and-forth battle all night. Rice is in the double bonus for fouls, so anytime they foul MVU for the rest of this game, 2 shots for the Thunderbird. Next foul for MVU will be a shot 1-1 for Rice.
And some big foul situations right now. Michael Wright playing with 4 fouls, and I mean, he's been all season, he's been the most aggressive defensively, so he's got to be careful here. Riley Wilkin, Richard Walker also with 3 fouls. Then for Rice, Javier Dorado, Gomez, Cam Ferris, Greg Bolger, and Alex Bond, all with 3 fouls. Like I said before, you know, MVU was out-rebounding Rice by 10 at one point. Rice has slimmed that down, only being out-rebounded 23-16. But Richard Walker having a game, and it's been nice to see Nick Cutting start to get it going a little bit more in the second half. I mean, he finished the first half 3 points, no rebounds. Now has 8 points and 4 rebounds. So he's getting involved a little bit more.
And let's be bluntly honest with people. We thought this was going to be a blowout, and we thought Rice was going to come in and
MVU has a really good team, but you know, Rice, the toughest opponent that they've faced all year, and just kind of throughout the history of MVU playing Rice has usually come out on top, but MVU playing tough.
Possession errors to Rice, tie up there. It's going to go to Rice. But MVU came out tonight and played a great game.
Yeah. They had one stretch where they got down by 8 in the second quarter, but they recovered really well. That could have been the moment that put them away for the rest of the game, but they worked hard, put their heads down, and just climbed back into it, and taking the lead a couple times.
Ferris over to Chalklin, Chalklin over to Fitzgerald, back to Chalklin, Chalklin, Fitzgerald, Fitzgerald, Chalklin.
Look at Cam. Keep an eye on Cam Ferris. He's the one who's hit a couple deep threes. Michael Wright keeping an eye on him. Now Riley Wilkin on him.
Shot taken and made by Alex Bond. 3-point lead for Rice, 3 minutes left to go.
That's 12 points now for Alex Bond.
Caden to Burge. To Burge, give it to the Walker, Walker. Walker's got to get rid of it. Gives it to Wright, Wright's going to drive in. Gets the round.
Really good two-man game right there. You could tell when Richard Walker turned to look at Wright that they had something planned. Wright with a really good cut, just knew exactly where to be. Walker was looking for him. Two-man game, it's big.
Two-man game, 2.5 left in regulation. Rice leads by 1. Chalklin, Chalklin over to Bond. Bond shoots, misses. Rebound grabbed by Verge. And it's going to go off of Verge. Checking in the game is Kreller. Oh.
Put in Kreller with a couple huge threes tonight. See if he still has some magic left.
If Kreller has magic left, that'd be amazing. He's had a great game for a freshman guard. Only his second playoff game ever. What a good night. Ball is going to be good. That's going to be Chalklin. He's going to reset it. Chalklin's going to give it to Ferris. Ferris over to Chalklin. Chalklin. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. Chalklin. Drive is going to get hit. Is going to miss. Rebound by Rice. That rebounding battle. Foul's going to be on Kreller. And it'll send Cam Ferris to the line with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. Both teams are now in the bonus. MVU double bonus, Rice just bonus.
And that was an instance of MVU just moving too slowly on their zone. That Leo Chaikin turned that corner to drive, and just the help defense just wasn't there for MVU. Put them in a bad situation.
MVU's got to get the rebounds. They got to get the rebounds. Cam Ferris extends the lead for Rice to 2. Ferris makes them both. It's a 3-point lead for the Thunderbirds now. Walker, here he comes. 2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes left in one of these teams' seasons. Who moves on the Patrick Gym and who goes home tonight? Wilkin. Wilkin to Walker. Walker shoots for 3. No business taking the 3. Cutting gets the rebound. Cutting into a cutting for Burge. To Burge. Misses it. Rebound is off of a Rice player. Somebody needs to make a 3.
Not yet. They don't need to yet, but they just need to get good looks.
Kreller. Oh, he got hit on that, but that was all ball. Timeout called by Rice. 1:35 left to go. Michael Wright checking into the game in the timeout. Rice calls the timeout.
Yeah. It's only a 3-point game. Still absolutely in it, but Rice is really clamping down on their defense. MVU's moving a little slow on their zone. You got to be a little bit faster on their feet. MVU, you know, their offense all night, I mean, they've had spurts where it's looked really good, and then other moments where they've just kind of been standing around. Like, I know I've said this a few times already tonight, just been relying on just a one-on-one game. Kreller had a good look underneath. It's just he had 3 much taller Rice guys around him to get that block. So, I mean, that's the scoring look you want. Should probably be someone taller than Kreller getting it. But MVU overall, they just need to move a lot more on offense. That'll open up some better looks for them.
And now this comes down to pretty much a 1 minute and 35-second game.
Absolutely.
This team can play the best basketball. This is what you look for.
This is going to be a huge defensive possession here for MVU.
Gotta get a stop.
They got to get a stop here. If they can keep it a 1-possession game, they're going to be in good shape.
Here comes Bond. Walker fouls Connor O'Brien. Interesting strategy here.
That's going to be number 4 on Richard Walker.
But it looked like an intentional foul, so I don't know.
Yeah, electing to... Only 3, not 4. Excuse me.
Do you agree with the idea of fouling so early here?
Well, I mean, this is the trouble again with Vermont not having a shot clock. It totally changes your fouling strategy. I think they probably could have waited a little bit longer, but I mean, Rice now just looking to stall the game.
Connor misses it. Rebound by Connor.
I guess it worked out though.
Walker now. He's got to be smart with this ball. Richard Walker drives in, gets fouled, misses the shot. But that'll be a foul on Cam Ferris, I think? Yes. Four for Ferris. That is huge.
That is really big. Ferris, Rice's leading scorer with 21 points.
Walker goes to the line now. First one is in. Cuts the lead to 2. Michael Wright checks back into the game.
And Walker now with 21 points on the night and 7 rebounds. Michael Wright has 4 fouls checking in. He's not going to be a guy that you want to do those intentional fouls.
Jim Mose is going to call the timeout after the free throw is made to set his defense. Bryce, let me know how you feel about this timeout. How you feeling, Bryce?
This one's fine because MVU didn't have all the momentum.
Okay. Well. Wow. Let's just take a moment to collect our thoughts. There's 12 left to go in this game.
It's a heck of a game, man.
This is.
We've been lucky with I mean, this is our 3rd really good MVU game in a row. Going last Friday against BFA, the overtime rivalry game. Tuesday night against Burton, MVU pulling out a huge comeback victory to advance. Now tonight against Rice, that, I mean, MVU had to play an absolutely perfect game to have a shot, and they've played really well so far tonight. Only trailing Rice by 1 with 1:12 to go.
You know, the thing, and the shots that could have gone in, like the Birds three-pointer, the Ethan Keller three-pointers, those shots that have to go in on a night like this have gone in.
But, yeah, absolutely. Including a Richard Walker bank 3
he called
at the end of the 3rd quarter.
It's a bank at the end. Oh, wow. What a good season for the MVU Thunderbirds.
Absolutely. Win or lose, this has just been a really fun season for them.
Fun.
They've been a fun team to watch.
The deepest they've made it in a while. Good game overall for the Thunderbirds. Good season. And
MVU has to put pressure on them here.
Ferris gives it over to Chalklin over to Ferris. It's covered by Richard Walker. They're going for the double team. That's going to be a backcourt call.
Yeah! MVU!
Ferris! Oh!
The pressure. I mean, not electing, only down 1. You didn't need to do the intentional fouling, but really good job just putting tons of pressure on, not even letting Rice get to their 3-point line, forcing that back court. And that was all because Nick Cutting anticipated that passing lane and jumped out on it.
And Walker Coming up with 52 seconds left. Walker is going to drive. It's going to go up. It's going to make the shot! MVU's got to get back on defense now with 1 point lead with 42 seconds left. Ferris going to shoot a 3. Misses. Johnson rebound. Gets fouled. Misses the shot. "37 seconds left to go, and I believe Riley Wilkin may have just fouled out.
I think it was on Caden Taberge, but that is his 4th. So the foul situation for MVU, Caden Taberge with 4, Michael Wright with 4, Riley Wilkin with 3, Richard Walker with 3.
Chalklin going to the line, down by 1, 37 seconds left to go. Chalklin misses the 3.
Big miss.
It
Absolutely.
is loud in this town. Chalklin with the second shot. Makes it. We have a substitution. That'll be number 10, Jack Fitzgerald. It is 56, 37 seconds left.
And now Rice putting on the pressure. MVU sometimes in these situations can rush things and make bad decisions. They got to be smart here.
Walker's going to get fouled.
Oh, boy. That was not a good foul for Rice.
They tried to double team him to avoid that pass up top, and they just couldn't do it. They got the foul. That'll be Chalklin, I believe. Second foul for Chalklin.
Yeah, that was just not a smart foul for Rice. I mean, it works out well for MVU. And now Richard Walker, he's got to hit these free throws.
Oh, man. Senior moment for Richard Walker. 1,000-point scorer, 4-year player. Makes the first. 37 seconds left to go.
With 24 points tonight.
Richard Walker. Walker with the second. Makes them both. Here they come. Rice down by 2. 37 seconds left to go. Here is Cam Ferris. Cam Ferris gives it over to Chalklin. Chalklin over to Ferris. He's got 30 seconds. He's going to shoot. Through traffic. Misses. Walker. Rebound. Walker gets fouled. Walker is going to go to the line. That is the 5th foul on Cam Ferris. He is out of the game. Keep that in mind. The best three-point shooter for Rice has fouled out of the game.
I do have to say, to Cam Ferris's credit, that was a really good move that he put on. He was stuck. He split that defense, kind of faked up high, went underneath, had a clean look. It just didn't go. But Richard Walker with the fight to pull down that rebound and hold on to it when every Rice player was slapping for it. And to get the foul, MVU in good position here. Richard Walker, if he makes both free throws, he can make it a 2-possession game.
Walker's up. First one is up. And out. And Rice is going to call a timeout. They're going to set their strategy here. They have 21 seconds. Regardless of the result, they're going to be down by 2.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum, they're going to be down by 2. Their best player, Cam Ferris, is no longer in this game.
Right.
And that's going to be huge because that eliminates that
long three.
That long three.
For sure. So, yeah, I mean, Rice is in a position here where it's going to be a 1-possession game no matter what. So, if I get the rebound for them, I'm probably going to hold for the last shot, right? If Richard Walker misses here, try to hold for, a 2. You only take that open 3 if it is absolutely wide open to win it. But Richard Walker, this is a big free throw. If he makes this, Rice has no choice but to take a 3. And listen to this crowd.
And MVU has a chance here to pull off one of the biggest upsets in program history. Walker's going to go to the line. The senior 1,000-point scorer who's been a staple on Northwest Access TV winter broadcast for the last 4 years. This team, Caden Taberge, Michael Wright, Richard Walker, Riley Wilkin, I remember seeing some of these kids play as freshmen. They've grown up. They've become adults. And here's your chance. Makes the second for Richard Walker.
All right.
20 seconds, 19 seconds left. Chocolate.
Rice has to take a three.
Chocolate picks it up. Chocolate is going to get pushed down by Wiley Wilkin. I like this
not
foul.
A bad. That's not a bad foul for MVU.
This foul.
Because now Rice can only take 2 free throws.
And they got 9 seconds left.
They can't tie it up. So it's not bad, right? I think you would have rather have seen it just MVU play tough defense and to prevent a shot altogether. But this foul isn't bad.
No.
But if it does go into overtime, that is 4 on Riley Wilkin, which is huge. So now MVU with 3 players with 4 fouls. To Burge, Wright, Wilkin.
Chocolate misses the first one. No way. No way. Some excitement here. Chocolate has to make this free throw. He has to make this free throw. Chocolate, it's up. It's in and out. That's the Burge with the rebound. The Burge gives it the right. The Burge is going to get fouled. MVU is up by 3 with 7 seconds left to go. Bryce, have you ever done on press row at Patrick Gym? Tell you something about press row at Patrick.
I don't know if they allow the likes of me in there.
It's a nice little row.
My goodness, Caden Burge. He's a scrappy guy. He just does all the dirty work for MVU, coming up with a huge rebound. But now, he's got to make one of these free throws to make it a 2-possession game. So here's the situation with Caden Burge at the line. He's shooting 2. There's 7.2 seconds left. MVU leads 59-56. If Burge makes only one of these, it becomes a 2-possession game. Rice then has to get a really quick 2, then try to steal the inbound from MVU, and then try to foul really quickly. If Burge misses both of these, Rice still has a chance at a 3-pointer to send this game to overtime. So while MVU is sitting in a pretty good possession here, Burge still needs to make a free throw. Just one of these 2 free throws.
Burge at the line. Bryce, have you ever? The Burge's first one is up. It's rims out. 7 2-point seconds left. MVU has a 3-point lead. Caden Burge made a 3-pointer earlier, needs to make 1 free throw. Can he do it? It's up. It's in! It's in! Caden Burge, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 misses. MVU is going to Patrick Gym. The Thunderbirds advance. The Thunderbirds advance. Your final score, Thunderbirds 60, Rice Green Knights 56. They won it, Rice, they won it.
My goodness.
The MVU Thunderbirds came into this game by all standards.
We got some extracurriculars happening here.
We got some flare tempers at center court now.
And that's just not what you want to see at the end of a great game like this.
Rice is mad. They lost, and
but MVU also, their players just have to be smarter. They're going to the semi-final. They're going to the Final Four. But they don't. But they got to be smarter here. They don't want to do anything where they might get suspended for the game.
No,
they have to be smarter here.
You see the senior players.
But man, what a game!
Let's
what a game!
Give me some final stats, Rice.
Well, I don't don't know if the stats are actually going to matter all that much here with how excited we are. Cam Ferris for Rice had a great game. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. For MVU, Richard Walker just getting it done. 27 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks. That big block at the end to even kill any chance Rice had. But overall, I mean, MVU, like I said, had to play perfectly this game. They played a great game. They played a great all-around game.
The shots that needed to fall, fell.
They did.
Players that needed to step up, did the third.
See if they can keep this magic going to Patrick.
Kreller three-pointer.
Richard Walker's three-pointer at the end of the third quarter off the backboard.
So for one last time live, because the rest of our games will be tape delayed, MVU wins 60-56. For all the people at Northwest Access TV, I'm Dustin Tanner signing off. We will see you at Patrick Gym.
This program is made possible in part by the following sponsors. At Northwestern Orthopedics, we celebrate the role that physical activity and sportsmanship play in a healthy lifestyle. We are proud to help athletes of all ages stay in the game through injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. For more information on sports medicine, Northwestern Orthopedics is here to answer your questions. Fiddlehead Dental. Located in St. Albans, Fiddlehead Dental has spent decades creating a family partnership between its staff and patients. With no lectures and the newest comfort technologies, Fiddlehead Dental welcomes patients of all ages in an effort to keep everyone in Franklin County smiling.